Hi, Internet.
Just missed Jen, and I just missed Jen, but she's clearly not here.
Clearly.
Jen, you're great. Everyone, go watch Jen.
Remember last week when I said I was drinking emergency because everyone was sick? Guess what? Got sick. Doesn't matter, I'm on the mend. You should have heard me 2 days ago. So here in the United States, we're about a little over a year before we elect our next president. Politics are boring and confusing and difficult and just lame. Millennials now outnumber all others of people who are eligible to vote. But millennials have this inferiority complex, particularly to Generation Y and to the baby boomers, where we think that we can't make a difference because we never have been able to. So we don't vote. Millennials need to vote, but it's freaking confusing and weird and depressing, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. I do understand politics a little bit more thanks to this video. Shout out to Buttered Noodles. She made a video about politics and explained it through fandoms, and it genuinely makes sense, so you maybe should go watch it if you want. As a millennial, I know what we're interested in. We're interested in animals. We're interested in dogs and cats being cute or funny or ugly or weird. So today, I'm going to compare each candidate to a dog picture I found on the internet, and then I'm going to provide you with like 3 facts, either about their personal life or about their policies, and then you can do with that information what you will. I'm not doing all of the Republicans, there's too many of them. So first up, we've got JEB Bush. As I like to say, JEB Bush. So you probably know he's the younger brother and son of 2 former presidents, but you may not know that his name isn't actually Jeb. It's Jacob Ellias Bush. And so it's an acronym, but it's kind of like PIN number, where it's personal identification number. It's JEB Bush, Jacob Ellias Bush, which I think we should call him from now on is Bush. I just think that's a really good nickname for him, so here's Bush. Bush has 3 children. One's named George. One's named Jacob Ellias. I forget what the third one's named. She's a daughter. And Noelle. And his wife's name is Columba. She's Mexican American. And I have a feeling if they didn't have enough reasons to hate Donald Trump, like that is the ultimate reason to hate Donald Trump. He hates your wife's entire country, basically. Jeb Bush studied Latin American studies in college at the University of Texas. So Jeb isn't super conservative in all areas. He's kind of moderate in terms of both the Common Core, which is education, and also immigration, which makes sense considering his wife is Mexican American. So that's Bush. And we've got Dr. Ben Carson. As I like to say, Dr. Ben Carson, or Dr. Ben Carson, or Dr. Ben Carson. I could not pick a dog for him. There were so many. All right, we're just gonna, ready? That one. That's his dog. Dr. Ben here has never held a political office. He's a retired neurosurgeon. He has made some really interesting comments, like comparing abortion to slavery, which is weird. He is incredibly against abortion and also Planned Parenthood in general. He wants to defund it. Also, he looks high all the time. He's a little too mellow. So then we've got Chris Christie, or as I like to say, Chris Christie. He's been the governor of New Jersey since 2010. He's got a thing about the teachers union, apparently saying at one point that the teachers union deserved a punch in the face. So he seems really cool. Totally level-headed. He will be 54 on election day, and he's got 4 kids, ranging in age from 21 to 11. Next, we've got Ted Cruz, or as I like to say, Ted Cruz. But know why I picked this dog? This dog breed originated in Canada. Ted Cruz was born in Canada. What? His mom's American. That's why he can run for president. I'm just saying, he was born in Canada. He lives in Texas now, though. So, he's a senator from Texas, and he's pretty much responsible for the government shutdown over Obamacare. He shut down the government. Ted Cruz, Canadian, but also American. So we've got Donald Trump. Possibly my favorite Donald Trump quote is, "I beat China all the time." So Donald, I beat China all the time, Trump. Ironic because the dog I chose for Donald Trump is the Chinese crested water dog. He wants to make a giant wall between Mexico and the United States. He thinks Mexicans, all of them, are rapists, murderers, and bringing drugs into this country. Oh wait, no. He assumes a few are good people. But he only assumes that. And you know what they say when you assume? You make an ass out of you and me. Donald Trump is a misogynist, anti-feminist, racist, pig-headed, rich asshole. That's what he is. Okay? don't vote for him. Don't give him any attention. I'm giving him too much by talking about him. So we've got Bernie Sanders, or as I like to say, Bernie Sanders. So Bernie technically doesn't identify as a Democrat. He calls himself a democratic socialist. He wants college education to be free for everyone by using taxes on financial transactions. I'm not really sure how that works. I need to look into it more. He also has always been a big supporter of civil rights, gay marriage, all of those kinds of things. And he is not afraid to admit when he's been wrong or when he said things that were considered like not correct now. He'll come on and say, yeah, of course I said that, because that's what I believed at the time, which so many people try to backpedal and say, no. He owns it. Now we've got Martin O'Malley. Martin O'Malley is in a Celtic band, which I think is super duper cool. Martin O'Malley was the governor of Maryland until the beginning of this year, 2015. He is a big supporter of gay marriage and of raising the minimum wage. He wants the minimum wage to be raised to $15 an hour. Before he was the governor of Maryland, he was the mayor in Baltimore for 7 years. After all of the riots in Baltimore, his position there was actually criticized, even though the riots happened after, because, ripple effect. And finally, we've got our girl Hillary. So Hillary Clinton, pretty much everyone knows who she is. But what dog is she, you ask? This is Hillary. She was the Secretary of State under Barack Obama from 2009 to 2013. She has some controversy to her name that is not necessarily related to her policies, but calls into question some of her more moral character. For example, her hidden emails, her private server. That's the big thing that's going on right now. And I don't know much about it beyond that. So, there are some of the frontrunners running for the political candidacy for Democrat and Republican for the United States election for president that will be happening in 2016. In the description below, I'll give you a link to the one main article that I looked at that gave me kind of the breakdown on the candidates, but I encourage you to do some more research into them now that you kind of have an idea of who each one is and what their spirit dog is. Let me know if you thought my dogs were wrong. Please send me pictures of dogs on Tumblr or something, or Twitter. Tweet pictures of dogs at me if you think that they are better representations of the Democratic and Republican candidates. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos every Wednesday, and I'm losing my voice again, so I'm gonna end right here. I love you. I'll see you next week. Goodbye. Goodbye. Here, on my lips. So, I just peed a little bit. Oh, this is me if I were a dog. Alone drinking wine at a bar. Alone drinking wine.